So we're about 3 weeks into the building right now, and we're still waiting for our building permits. So in the meantime, we've been doing things like ordering materials and doing excavation and organizing the build site. So I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about how we're organizing the build site right now. As you can see here, this is our main build area where the house is going to be, and we have our excavation tools like shovels and picks and the wheelbarrow right in this area for us to use here. We also have these 4 stakes you can see right here. They mark the inside of the living space of the house. So our tire work is going to be done right around those. So we have a pile of dirt right in the center so that we can easily access the dirt to put into the tires as we're pounding. So we don't have to transport the dirt a long way to get to the tires. That'll just wear us out real quick. Over here you can see we have our concrete mixing station. I've put together a retaining wall in order to make it easier to dump materials into the mixer. I'll show you that right now. So we have actually our sand pile right there was put in the wrong place, unfortunately. The sand pile belongs up here next to the gravel pile. So that's going to get moved. We're going to have the sand pile right there, have the gravel pile right here, and all the cement right here. And that's going to make it very easy for people to shovel material into a bucket, pull it over to the mixer. And the reason we have this retaining wall is so that we don't have to lift our buckets really high in the air. And maybe it doesn't sound like a big deal, but those buckets are real heavy. And when you have to do like 100 or 200 buckets in a day lifted into this mixer, it really gets tiring. So instead of having to lift it, we just lift it just a little ways and pour it right into the mixer. And this mixer can just be turned around. Well, you have to be down there, but the mixer turns around like this. And then you can pour it right into the wheelbarrow that's below it. And beyond this, we have most of our building materials are going to be back here, away from the build site, because in the build site there's going to be a lot of action and activity. You don't want tools and building materials getting in the way. We want to keep that build site nice and clear and open. So we have our tire piles here. We have some cardboard stored here, some extra tools stored here. Over there we have our culverts for our cooling tubes, which you'll see in a later video, and our 2-inch rigid foam insulation, which you'll see in a later video that gets put behind the tire work, and some rebar and some plastic water vapor barrier. Over here we have our solar system generating electricity for us. Again, far away from the build site. We don't want anything to get damaged or get in the way of moving equipment or materials around. So we keep this way out of the way. We'll run extension cords out to where we need them. And back there, we have some tools stored and just more tires. So having all these materials strategically placed around the build site will greatly increase the efficiency and productivity of everybody working here.